folks, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live. Hope you're well. It's been a few weeks since we last streamed, but welcome back this week to our first stream today in a series of probably a couple of streams where we're going to be building this Lord of the Rings Shire set. So you can see also we've got the gift we purchased that came out as well, so we'll be building that at the end of the stream as well. So this is Smeagol and Eagle's scene as well. I haven't actually watched the film, but it looks like a boat scene where Smeagol finds a ring and they probably have a fight or something on the boat, so we'll build that at the end. But this is going to be the main focus of our build over the next couple of streams. So this Shire set came out recently, and actually I was going to buy the paddle steamer, but when this came out I decided to switch and purchase this one instead. So I think it's about 15 bags. We'll have a look in a minute when I crack the box open, as we do normally, and it's about 2017 pieces. So I reckon it'll probably take us a couple of streams, maybe 3 streams as well, so we'll do that over the next few weeks, so keep an eye on the channel to see when I'm going to be posting that. So inside we'll also get 9 minifigures as well, so it'll be interesting to see that. And this is really set around, if you've seen the Lord of the Rings film, it's around Bilbo Baggins' 111st birthday party. So we've got a few other things like the firework with the dragon coming out here, and a couple of the little stage that he stood on when he disappeared and put the ring on and ran off, and his birthday cake, as well as a few other bits as well. So it'll be interesting to see what develops as we start going through the set. So as always, I'll go to the wide camera view and I'll crack open the box and get all the bags out and arrange ourselves ready for a build. So it's another one of those boxes that we seem to be doing now, where you open from the top way. So I just need to slice off all the tape. I'm not sure how these new boxes store, because on the old boxes I used to be able to flat pack them when I ran out of room, but these ones I don't think we're going to flat pack very well. So if anyone has any advice on how to best pack those, let me know. So slide the lid off and you can see the paper bags inside as always. There's bag 15, which I think is the oh hey Brandon, welcome, thanks for the tip. So we've got bag 11, bag 13, bag number 4. We've got some oversized parts here with a horse inside, which we'll need for the horse and cart. We've got bag number 2, number 6, number 10. Running out of room with the box on the thing. Number 10. Bag number 1. Number 7. Number 12. 8. Bag number 5. We've got some materials in here as well, which are probably for some flags and some parts of the stage. Bag number 3, number 9 and 14, and of course we have the manual in here as well, which we're not going to use today because we've got the digital instructions, so I'll leave those in the base of the box. So that's it, 15 bags as I said. So let me just put these back in the box in reverse order, he says, because he didn't really put much logic in my stacking. There's bag 13, there's 11, there's 12, bag 12, bag 10, number 9, 8, 7, 5, where was 6, 4, 3 and 2. So with that, let's go into zoom mode. Start off with my build tray that I've got here as well. And you can see the instructions on the screen as well. Oh, I've just tapped in. This is the box. And here you can see all the minifigures that we're going to expect in here. And this is our set that we're going to end up building. So you can see Bilbo's Baggins is, I think they call it a hole, might be wrong. And we've got some interactive features and details around the back, which will be cool to build. And this is all of it together. So let me press the start build button. Empty. First set of bags. How's it, Brandon? Been whole month since I streamed. It has been a while. We had Easter in between as well, and I did go away actually. I went to Berlin for a weekend, so that also wiped me out for a couple of weeks. It's good to be back though. Good back to building. I haven't actually built anything since the live stream we did last, so it's also cool to get back to building. So here's our first parts. Looks like we might be doing the horse and cart to start us off. So let's open up this bag and see what's in store. So we do need to go into the envelope, where we're going to have different things inside the envelope. We're going to need this little cape here though to start us off. You can see the other bits as well, so it's more for the stage that we'll be building. Put this away. And we need the horse. Let's go in the oversized parts. Let's get the horse out. Right. So first up, I think we've got Gandalf coming up first. So we've got his tunic here, which is a printed detail you can see on the front there, and some detail printed on the back. Because he's a wizard, of course, he has the different base on there. So you've got his little satchel going around as well. And what else have we got on that bit? Then his cape's going on. I don't think it matters which way around the cape goes by the look of it. Slide that over, and then we've got some grey hair. What face is this? Got a bit of a grey face already. It's usually quite moody, so he's got a bit of a moody face. It's only one printed facial expression on here, but he's also got a grey beard that needs to go on first as well. So we'll put that on the neck first and stick the head on next. There he is. What's this? Yeah, I know how to use it. Next up, we've got his hairpiece. That's going to go on top there, and he's going to be holding his staff as well. You shall not pass style. So put all that together. So there's Gandalf complete. It does have his hat here, which I guess you can optionally put on top, but maybe that'll come up in the instructions in a second. We'll put him to the side now, and then we'll catch a downward facing bracket and a 1x2 brick. I'll get the gist. I'm going to put the 1x2 just underneath the bracket here. Oh, that's very annoying, that, isn't it? Doesn't have to keep coming up and telling me I can drag that across. Then we can stick the 1x2 plate here on the base of the bracket, and then we can actually have this printed tile. It's going to sit on front there, and I think if you remember in the Rivendell set, they gave you these ones as an option to stick on the base if you wanted Gandalf or one of the people with the long gowns to be in a seating position. So if you want to sit him on the cart, you can see you can swap his hat over and actually stick this on. So we might do that. So for now though, I'll just put these to the side with our minifigure. Then we've got Frodo even, I think. So we've got the shorter legs, of course, because he's a hobbit, and we've got the tunic on there, nicely decorated. He does have two facial expressions, and you can see he's got Elijah Wood's little gap in the tooth as well if you look closely enough there. And then we've got two different types of smile going on, and of course he's got his bushy hair like that. So that's Frodo. And by the look of it, we do have an option as well for him to have different legs. So we've got an Erling brick here in navy colour and a pink 1x1 plate. Do two lots of those because he needs two sets of legs. And then you can, as you'll see here, these become his legs, and you can stick the body into the top two Erling studs here to have him in a seated position. So again, if we put him on the horse and cart, we can change that around, which we probably do actually in a second, but let's just put that to the side for now. Next up, we've got the horse. The horses are always cool. You can move the leg at the back. Let's move them down a bit. His neck also moves as well. If you want to change the position of his head, we'll go for something like this. And then we'll go the usual, getting a dark orange 1x2 and a tile. This will fill in the hole in his back. Standard way of completing our horse there. And then we'll start our cart. So for our cart we get a 2x8 black plate. We're going to stick a 1x2 with a handle just on the back here, and then we'll continue with 5 more 1x2 handles, and we'll run these down both sides here, just like that. That's the base of our cart. Then we're going to stick a 1x2 with a slider on at the end, and then a 2x4 reddish brown plate just after that. Then we'll get 2 1x2 dark orange plates. We'll snap these together, and then we've got one of these pieces here where we'll stick our 1x2s that we stuck together there, and then we'll stick another dark bluish grey 1x2 just on top there, and then we'll stick a 1x4 curved piece just on top there. That can attach to our main body of our cart, so this is the bit where the horse can pull it along. And then just on top here we're going to stick some tiles on. So we have a 1x4, it's going to go across here, one stud overlap on each side. Then we've got some corner plates that will face out from each other. And then on our reddish brown piece here we're going to cover these with some dark tan jumper tiles. Then we're going to get a couple more jumper tiles here on the front corner plates, and then we've got some 1x2 log bricks here which we're just going to stick at the front and at the back. So there's our cart so far. Then we've got a crate here which we can stick on at the back to give us the main sort of body of the, this was the fireworks I think being delivered if I remember rightly from the film. It's been a while since I've seen the film. And then we're going to get the jumper tile here 1x3 and stick a 1x3 plate on top, and then we're going to cover that with these semicircle tan coloured bricks. Just like that. It's going to go on the back of the cart here. Gives you a look of a bit of cargo on the back of the cart as it goes along. Then we're going to stick another log brick front here. Then we'll get a 1x5 plate, stick a jumper tile on the end, and another one, and then we'll finish off with a 1x1 tile in dark tan. It's going to go across here as well to give us a bigger surface area. Looks like the seating area really for our minifigures to go on. Then we get a 1x4, going to stick a semicircle brick on top there, and then another 3. Going down there as well. It's going to go onto our log brick here. Again, stack up more cargo on there. Then we've got the 4 flags here in tan colour. These are going to go into our pieces down here that we've already got. So stick these in there. Then we can roll these up to give us the side of the cart. Same on this side. Gives us that V shape for the cart as it goes along. Then the next thing, we're going to build 2 of these. So we get 2 of these arms with clips on, stick the candle in, and then we've got this sort of siren piece that goes in top. These look like maybe, yeah, done both of these. He's going to clip in the back, push up there like that. Same on that side. guess we've got some at the front too, right? Yep, so then we'll do another 2. These are going to go into the other 2 corners as well. So there's our cart taking shape. Tick these off. Next up, we're going to get the wheelbase. We're going to stick a 2x2 round plate into that. Then we'll stick this, I think, roughly about here on the base, sort of in the middle of the 2 flags. And then we can stick our wheels on. On each side there, so the cart's really taking shape now. And then we'll take this insert off the horse, and then we can stick the cart inside now. So there's our horse-drawn cart. But also, I think we should probably stick Gandalf and Frodo on there, because that was the scene from the film, wasn't it? Where they rode in at the start. So there you go, there's his seating position, and actually he has his hat, of course, on in this scene. So we'll do that, and then he's going to sit on this side of the cart, and then we'll do the same for Frodo. I'm not sure where we can stick these spare parts, to be honest. It'd be nice if there was something like in Rivendell where you could store them. And then of course we'll put Frodo's feet on, and then he can go and sit next to him. Not sure how that works. It's sort of, you end up sitting him hanging off by the look of it, which is probably not great, but he's hanging on. So there's our opening scene. Probably for now I'll cheat and just stick these things in the back of the cart so we don't lose them in the build. So there's our first. Oh, hang on, we've got to stick fireworks in the back. Oh no, we're going to have to take them out. So we've got some red 1x1 rounds and those pyramid shaped pieces. We're going to stick some fireworks in the back of the cart. Let's take these back out then. Then we've got a dark red one. And we've got a gold one, which is actually a pyramid one this time. And a blue one. So all of these fireworks go in the back of the car, I think. You can go freestyle here and just arrange them how you wish. And that's it for bag one. So now we've got the cart with the fireworks pulling into town for the party, and these will just store on the side for now, and hopefully there's somewhere in the set to store those later. So moving on to bag two. Also going to start, I think, on the main build now. There's lots of bricks in this bag, and we'll also need some oversized plates as well for this one. See lots of green coming out now as we start to move towards the hobbit hole, and we need these oversized parts now. So that's all of our oversized parts done. Right, where are we starting? It looks like we're starting over here. So we got this large 4x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We're going to stick bear with me, a few pieces of plates here. We need a 2x2 reddish brown brick. Here we go, so that's going to go in our top corner here. Then we've got a 2x8 reddish brown, that's going to go across. Stick a 2x4 black plate underneath there as well, so level that off, and then we'll get another large 4x12 to join in to make this U shape. Then we need another 2x8. We're going to stick this on, and again we'll stick a 2x4 plate underneath there as well. Then we've got some lime greens, so we've got 5 2x4 lime green bricks. We've got a 1x4 reddish brown, 1x3 reddish brown, and what is that one? Oh, it's one of those weird 1x2 curved ends with that bars in the middle. And we're going to start in the middle here with these lime green bricks. These are going to run down here. Usually these dark orange bricks here are an indication that we'll clip bits together. So let's see. Then we have a 1x12, and we have a wedge piece here that we're going to add in on the end. I think we do it by 2 studs here. Give us a slightly curved end. Push that to the side, we'll get a dark bluish grey 2x2, right, orange I think those, not yellow, I can't remember. Then a ball joint plate, another 2x2 on top of that. It's going to go in next there, followed by 2x4 line and a 1x2 brick as well down here. So very colourful so far. And it looks like the same again. It's going to go in this side as well. Another ball joint connector. Then we've got a couple of corner bricks here. And we're going to go on the end in the middle, facing outwards, and then we'll connect this base area here with some 2x4 plates. These go underneath this side and that side. We'll get some 1x6s now in tan colour. These will secure up our connections for our grid. We'll add a 1x8 reddish brown down here, and then we'll stick a 2x4 lime brick just in this side. Then we've got some 4x10s. I'm going to run these down here to extend our grid. And they're 10s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yep, 4x10s. Then we've got a few bits going on here, so we've got white tile here, 2x4. We have another lime green 2x4, got 1x2, a couple of 1x3s and reddish brown 2. We'll start with our 2x4 here, then our 1x3 going around the corner, then our tile goes in, and our 1x2 in there. Then we've got some 2x6s and a couple of 1x4s. Put these 1x4s in, and those 2x6s. These 1x4s go in there. Ooh, a bit blurry there. Whoa, focus. Then we've got more plates. We've got these in the oversized bag. 4x6 and a tan 1x2. Add the green plates in on either side here, and then to secure this, we'll stick our 1x2 in the middle. Then we get a couple of 2x3 plates. Gonna snap these together. Then we'll stick a 1x3 on top. This is then going to go here. Again, securing our 4x6 in there. This is kind of what we've got so far. Then we need 3 1x3s, another 1x2, and another one of those bar pieces here. That's going to go in this gap here. And then we'll stick a 1x2 around it. Then our 1x3s are just going to run along in a straight line down this side. Then we've got a 2x, what's that, 10? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have a 1x4 plate, and I think that's a 1x1 round tile, dark bluish grey. I'm going to run these just on top here. I feel like this might be the doorway to the hole. Then we've got a wedge piece here. We've got one of those 1x2 cheese wedge type plates, 3x3 plate, another wedge plate, and a 1x1 plate as well. Start with a 1x1 plate here, and our wedge. And I needed 2 of these 3x3 plates in reddish brown. Then just in front of our tile here, we stick that cheese wedge type one, and then we've got our curved plate there. Then we get a larger curve here, another large green, bright green plate here. That's just going to come at the front here, gives a bit more grass. And then we've got some dark bluish, dark tan, pieces, which we'll need. So a couple of 1x6s, we've got that wedge piece there, 1x2, 1x3. So start off there with our dark tan. I'm going to overflow there, and then I'll put our bright green 1x2 in the middle there. Then we finish off this side with another large bright green curved plates. Then we start to put some sloped pieces in, which is going to be featuring quite a lot, I think, to start giving us the sort of hill or mound. It's a bit like Teletubby rolling hills here. So we're going to stick these at the front. Give us that curved look, sloped look. Then we've got some stonework here. So we've got a 2x2 round, got a pill shaped piece, a couple of dark bluish grey 1x1 rounds, a semicircle tile, and a 2x3 plate, which we'll stick on first down here. Then we have our pill shaped tile here, 1x1 round here, one more 2x2 there, put our semicircle in here, and then 1x1 round in that side. Then we've got some dark tan wedge pieces, we've got 2x3, we have quite a bit here, quarter tile, a 1x1 plate, a smaller wedge piece, I think that's all of them, we'll find out in a sec. I might need another 2x3 piece. So we start with the quarter tile, then a 1x1 plate, then we've got our longer wedge piece here, then our 2x3s go on, then another wedge, then I need another quarter tile, which I missed, that goes on the end here, and then this wedge piece goes in there, and then to finish this off we have a bright green 1x2 plate in there, so we've got a bit of a sort of path going on here. Then we have one of these quarter curved plates, another one of these cheese wedge type plates, then we've got a macaroni grey piece here. So we'll stack this slope piece here, cheese wedge piece next to this one, sort of diagonally, Then behind that we'll stick another curved piece here to give us a bit of a step up, and then our macaroni tile goes just in front. Then we've got some 2x4 slope pieces, 1x2 slope, another macaroni and another quarter circle plate. In fact, this one's a darker bluish grey. One's going to go on here, and then we'll stick our other plate in there, gives us a staggered stairway kind of thing there. Then we're going to stick in our sloped green bricks here to continue up, so you see how that's coming together. Then we've got some reddish brown pieces, so we've got 1x6, 1x4, a couple of these curved corner pieces now, another macaroni tile, and yep, another quarter circle. So we're going to start with the next step up there, and then we're going to go back down to this muddy area here. We'll start with our curved piece, then we'll stick a 1x4 and another curved piece there, and then we'll whack a 1x6 in there, so it just raises that muddy area up a little bit there. And look at these, we've got 9 of these 2x2 tiles with studs in the middle, dark green, and we have a 1x2 with the rounded end, which we'll start with, put that onto there. Then these dark green bits, line these up properly, go this way, then there, then, can't get the position of this one right, need the 2 studs, needs to go there somehow, come on, where are you, maybe that goes in there, and that one there, one back here, one here I think, one there. I think that's about right. Does that look about right? I think that's about right. There we go. That's the end of that bag. I think I didn't need the oversized bits. Ended up with these were the oversized bits in now actually in the bag, so put them to the side. Open up bag 3. Got some printed tiles in this section as well. And we have a 1x1 plate that doesn't want to come out. And we have another oversized piece here just in case we need it, but I think there's some in the bag. So next up we get a 3x3, hang on a sec, these large plates out of the way, get a 3x3 plate here, and then we have a, somewhere, there we go, we've got a printed tile here with these sort of, I don't know what you'd call them, rectangle pieces there. That's going to go in here. It's going to go in this top corner up here. Starts to floor out all this framing that we've done now. So we've got a large plate here. We've got 3 more 3x3s. And we have a 1x2 plate 2 in green. So we'll start with this large plate, cover this frame up here, and run our 3x3s all the way down this side. And our green 1x2 just goes in there. And then we've got more plating to do, so another one of these. Got a large wedge piece here. What else do we have? We have another 1x2 green plates. We also have a bright orange one, and I think it's a 2x8 in reddish brown, which is here. So we actually start with that, so it goes in here, and we'll end with our bright orange. Then our other large plate just pushes on there. Then our large wedge piece, and then we stick our green 1x2 in, just in there, so you can see how this is all getting covered up now. Then we've got some green plates, so still that one, another curved one here, a couple more 1x2s, we've got a couple of 2x4s, a couple of 1x3s in bright green, I think we have a 1x8, and a couple of tan coloured 1x1s. So we start with 2x4 going in here, then our 1x1 just going on these corner of this gap here, followed by another 2x4, and our 1x8 goes on this side. Then stick our big curved plate in here, 1x2 there, another one at a right angle here. Then our 1x3s cover this edge over, and then lastly this large plate goes in here. Just really raising that up now. Then up here, going to add a little bit of detail inside, so we're going to stick another one of these printed macaroni tiles in there, and then in the middle we'll put a semicircle black tile with a stud on it, followed by a basic 2x2 dark bluish grey tile. Then we're cracking the dark reds open here, so we've got a 2x4, a couple of these. We also have a 11 2x2 tiles as well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And somewhere hiding we have a dark red wedge piece. We also need a orange pyramid piece, which is trans orange, which is kind of, I think, going in here to signify maybe a little bit of a fireplace up the top. Then we're going to stick our, leave one row of studs here, and then stick our dark red piece in there. We're then going to have this end, our wedge piece is going to go, and everywhere in between up to about here is just going to be our tiles. So there's 2 rows running along the back here. One here and one more. Just go across the back. Then we do another row here, so we get another couple of 2x4 plates. We've still got 7 more 2x2 tiles. 4, 6, and 1 more. There you are. And then we need 11 1x2 tiles too. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So we'll start with a 2x2 going in here and around this in the center here. Couple more there, and then another 2x4 plate there. Then here we stick this one in here, and we'll surround this with the 1x2 tiles, and then we're going to run these 1x2s right across this area here. Just like this. That's all covered. Oh, look at this, then we have a nice rug. So we've got 2x6 red tile here, and then on the front we've got this nice printed rug. That's going to go over these 2x4 here. That nice rug. It's the first time I've seen a rug done like that. There they go. Then we've got a bright 1x2 here, and we have one of these curved pieces with the plate sticking out there. Haven't got a technical name for that. Then we've got a T connection somewhere. There it is. That's going to go on top here. Then we'll stick a couple of 2x2 plates. Turn that sideways, so it's going to go in this little hole we've got here, like that. And we're going to build two of these next things. So we get these two inverted curved pieces. Stick a 1x1 tan piece in the base here to level it off. Then we get a 1x1 reddish brown on top, and we'll cover the stud up with a 1x1 round here. Yep, done both of those. What's next? This is probably the start for the doorway, I reckon. So we're going to stick these either side of what we just added. Maybe it's a doorway. Let's find out. Then we've got a couple of 1x6 bricks, and hopefully a couple of 1x3 plates in tan colour. These were actually done these too close. These go back a bit according to the instructions, and then in the front we stick the 1x3 plates. Then these 1x6 bricks go either side there. It's looking like that now. Then we get another curved piece here, and then we get a 1x1 and a third with studs on the side. It goes on top of our plate that side, and we do the same for the other side. Building up this curved way. Then we'll get another couple of 1x6 bricks and some 1x2 in tan, and then we've got the longer 1x3 slope pieces in green. So just add these 1x6s in front of our reddish brown ones. Go two studs in from each side. And put these sloped green pieces in like that. Then we've got these curved pieces here that are going to go in, and a couple of 1x4s. Add the 1x4s down this side, and then we'll stick these curved pieces down here. Give us more of a sloped contour look. Then we've got some printed curved macaroni plates, two of these with that print on again, which are going to start to go around our doorway. So go in the bottom stud there, and you can see how this is going round. Then we get a masonry brick, going to switch that round, a 1x4 one, stick a tile 2x4 on top, stick another masonry brick on here like that, then we'll stick a 1x4 plate in tan underneath, turn that sideways, and then stick this underneath here Gives us a bit of a stone walkway into the entranceway, which is quite a nice technique. Then we get a lime 2x4 and a 2x4 light green plate, stick them together, and then we'll stick that just in front here to cover our area. So now we have no hole. A couple of 2x6 bricks will go on, build our wall up here, either side of the doorway, and then we're going to build two of these things. So get these semicircle tiles on here. And then we need green. Let's see, do this one. Stack these up, then we'll stick green on top. And we need to do the same again. These are going to go either sides, up here and up here. And then we've got some more curved pieces over this side. And these go on top over this side. And then this goes to this side too. So just add in more raising here. Then we've got lots of cobbles to put down now to sort of decorate this front green area. So we've got some semicircles here. 4 of these, and then we've got some couple of pills going on as well. Couple of pills here, and then we've got some 2x2 rounds as well, and then we've got 4 1x1 rounds going on here as well. A couple of 1x1 plates as well. There we go. So on the front here, stick this semicircle. Semicircle here, ooh, not there, on here. Pill comes across this way, 1x1 round, 1x1 plates, and a semicircle there, 1x1 round here, another 2x2 in the middle there, another semicircle there. These pills up here, 1x1 round there, and then a plate 1x1 goes in there. There's our cobbled effect at the top of the staircase. And then look, we're going to do a window, so let's put this to the side. We'll get a 2x4 here, stick a 1x2 on the ends. Then we have upward facing bracket and a 1x1 plate in there. Then we get a 2x3 here. We're going to stick a printed pocket watch on the table there in the top corner, as well as a mug next to it. It's going to go back here of this window, this little shelf. Then just in front of that we've got a couple of these inverted curved pieces. Downward facing bracket goes this side, and a 1x1 plate just on that side. Then we've got our archway there to give us a round window, and a double cheese wedge is going into this side bracket here. Then we get a dark green window frame which is round here. Not sure I've seen one of those before, might be unique to this set, maybe not. And we'll put a gold insert in there. We'll then stick some of these squished curved 1x1s with studs on the side on top too. Stick a 1x2 plate across, and that's going to go just in front of that window there like this. And then we need two of these next things, so we get some of these 1x1 modified. You get a couple of plates and a couple of 1x1 bricks, so I can add these in here. These are going to go either side of our window here. We'll stick a 1x4 plate on top to join that together, and then we've got our printed tiles again for the top of the window. A dark orange 1x1 tiles, finish that side bit off, and then in the front here we've got these little roof pointy triangle type pieces going on there. There's our first window here, and that's going to go next to our doorway, and like this. Then we'll probably need to do a window yet on the other side. So we'll do sort of a slightly different one this time. We've got another 2x4, but this time we've got a 1x1 clip going in the corner. Then a 1x1 regular plate. We have an upward facing bracket at the front, 1x2 plate at the back and on the side. Then we've got inverted curve piece here. Another clip piece goes on. And an archway. Our squished bricks back on again. We'll do our side pieces again. Just those other side of our window. Then we'll stick our 1x4 plate on top, and then we've got to decorate the front again. Our macaronis here that are printed. That fits on the other side of the doorway, and then we finish bag 3. Looking like this. Let's get the vibe. So bag 4. this to the side a moment, and we'll get a 1x2 by a third with studs on. Some 1x1 plates. Let's put these on the stud here. Then we'll stick a 1x1 and a third on top. Where is one? That goes on there like this. This is going to go on the end here, next to the window over that side. And on the inside here, as we move into Bilbo Baggins' hole, we'll get a 2x2 brick in reddish brown and tan. Snap them together. Stick these in over there. And we've got a couple of these inverted curved pieces. Oh, don't fall off. That's it. Stay there. These go on here. It's that curved look over there. Then we've got a couple of corner bricks in tan colour. Also some reddish brown Erling bricks. We're going to do a complicated corner brick insert there, and then we've got our Erling bricks that go just on the end each side there. Then we have a 2x2, an inverted curved piece, which will need also a reddish brown 1x2 tile. So there's the inverted piece, there it is. So the inverted piece is going to go on the top. 2x2 next, and then we're going to stick the tile on the front facing Erling bricks here. And we've got a couple of archway pieces, a 1x3 and a 1x2 tan brick. 1x3 goes across here, and 1x2. Then our archways go on top of our Erling bricks. This is kind of what we've got forming over this side at the moment. Then we need a couple of 1x2s here. Then we need a ball joint 1x2 plate 2. Snap these on top. Stick these at the top here. Then we've got another corner brick there, and a 2x2 here, which now connects the archways to the main wall. Then we're going to turn our attention now over to this side. Similar thing here. We've got our 1x2 and a third piece here. Stick a couple of plates on. Then we'll do 1x1 and a third staggered pieces here. Goes on this side. Then we've got a gold 1x2 round with those bars again. Going to stick a 1x2 brick on top. And get another gold one. Top of that. And then we'll stick a 1x1 plate on top of that. That's going to go on the inside here. Then the wall, we are going to get a 1x8 reddish brown plate, stick a 1x2 on the end, 1x2 black plate, and we've got some more of these squished curved stud bricks. Go across like this, stick another 1x2 plate here, and a black 1x2 plate on top, levels that off. Then we have a 1x2 here with a stud, regular 1x2, light bluish grey 1x2 with a stud, regular 1x1 here, and then a 1x1 with a stud, and we'll stick that on the side. Then across the top we'll stick a 1x4, then we've got some 1x2s with handles. Going on next, 1x6 brick, and a 1x2 brick. Then we do the opposite of a 1x6 and a 1x2, and then some more. We'll get into all this wall, 1x6, 1x2. Then we finish the top off, I think, with a 1x2 here, 1x3, and then we've got a sloped piece here like that. And on this side we're going to get a dark orange 1x2, going to stick a paddle on that, and then a curved piece on there. That's going to sit on the side here like that, on one stud. And then we're going to slot this in this gap here, and hopefully, all being well, you can see that fire sort of lines up there. What I need to do, which I didn't do, you can see that in instructions, was I needed to put these printed pieces here to give us that sort of fireplace there. To connect that up. So now we do 3 of these. We're going to get 3 1x1 round reddish brown pieces, and we're going to add printed log tiles on top. Of course, we're going to make a stack of log or wood for our fire probably. They'll probably clip into the studs. So we've got these 3 studs here. We're going to slot these next to the fire to make a stack of logs ready to burn. That's that done there. There seems to be a sticker. Of course I didn't open the downside of using the digital instructions and not opening up our manual means I don't get the sticker instructions out. So those that do like the printed manual, you can see we've got different ways to split the setup. So this particular set of instructions, which is the one we're doing, is making this, which is the centerpiece. And you can see the other parts. So this is the sticker sheet. So we do have some stickers in here. And interestingly, this manual here is in different quality of paper. Not so nicely printed. So we'll put these back in. Need to remember to open the instructions when I do these builds. So we're going to stick this sticker on here, which is like a tree, onto this flag piece, so something like this, and that's going to sit above our fire. So on our handle pieces, so it looks like that. Next up we get an archway here and a 1x3 brick. Stick those together. It's going to sit on top of these 2 studs in our doorway. And then we have another one, a 1x6 on. It's going to go on this side of our doorway. And as we come around the front here, you can see where we're at the moment. We need to fill in these 2 front areas, which are again archways. So we get an arch here with an 1x1 with a stud on, gap in there, goes on this side of the doorway, and we'll do the same in reverse on the other side. This is what our circle doorway is looking like at the moment. Then we've got a 2x2 modifiable studs on the side, and stick a corner plate in there, same on the other side as well. It's going to go over the doorway at the top here. Then we'll stick a couple of 1x2s either side too, and then we'll finish off our round doorway here by pushing these printed tiles into our studs. So that's the doorway now, ready for our door. We're going to add now a bit more green here just to build up these studs to merge the building more into the hillside. So for that we've got a 1x2 plate, a couple of these triangle bright green tiles, and a 1x1 plate. Going to add a 1x1 plate on this side, followed by our triangle. 1x2 goes this side, followed by the triangle. So we've got something like that now, built up the sides. Then we get a corner plate, 1x2 and a 1x1 in bright green. Goes on this side here. So we're going to do something similar on the other side. Get a 1x2, 1x1. Goes sideways. So we've got these starting to stick out a bit more now. Then two of these next pieces. So we get a couple of 1x2s and 1x1 rounds. Add these on one stud here. Then we've got these inverted curved pieces, stick these on top. Done both of these. Where are we going to put these? Go down either side. Of where our windows are. There's a bit of a wood effect there. Then two of these as well. This time we get two 1x1 rounds. I'm going to snap these together. And then we'll stick our inverted curved pieces on top of those. Ooh. And both of those, where are they going? Next to it. These go just by the doorway. They're only connected by one stud here, so you kind of need to get them sort of straight. You can see I'm slightly off here. Need some fiddle in there, but that's kind of the wood sticking out. Then we're going to add some 4x6 plates here. I'm going to stick a 1x2 here, 2x4 here. And then just in front here, we'll stick these 4x6s, and this might help align those curved bits out a bit more. So you can see now it's got that overhang of some wood. Then we'll get a 1x3 in green, stick a couple of 1x1 plates on, one stud. You can sit at the end here. And on top of that we'll stick reddish brown tile here, 1x2, got the modified 1x4 here, and a 1x3. Then we get a 1x3 brick. We've got a couple of dark green leaves. I'm going to stick the 1x3 in this gap here, and then we can stick, hopefully, these leaves in facing upwards, just either side of this doorway here, like that. Then we've got a bit more of another leaf as well, and a sort of going to add on down in this corner. A bit more of a mound going up there. Now for the doorway, as you can see, for the doorway we start with this 2x2 modified piece here. Going to stick a 1x2 with a bar in the back there. Got a couple of Indiana Jones style whips here that we're going to stick into the studs back to back. Build something like this. Then we've got a 6x6 round plate that's going to go on top. It says, align it. It goes on top like this. Then we'll stick some 2x2 round with a stud in the middle there. Surround that with some macaroni dark green tiles. Then surround those with more larger macaroni tiles. Nice dark green door. And then in the middle, in that stud, we've got a microphone here with a gold tip that goes in the middle to give us this sort of gold middle piece. And then on the back, it looks like this detail of, like, what would you call that? It's like ironwork maybe, that attaches the door to the wood. And this is going to go in the back here where we've got a couple of clips that we built into the window earlier when we built the window. So clip that in, and you can see that door opens up and then closes, and then from the inside it looks like this, and from the outside, if I can find it, it looks like that. That fits quite well there. So there's our famous doorway. That's into bag 4. Let's crack open bag 5. Probably going to add a bit more detail now inside. There's still some green bits, so we'll probably still do some details on the outside. Got some flowers here as well. See how far we get today. I kind of want about another 45 minutes or so building. I'm going to try and get probably about halfway. Get to about bag 7, I reckon, if we're lucky. So we're going to start with a 1x8. We've then got a couple of 1x3s. Let's just open this up a little bit and see it a bit better. Need a 1x2 as well, 1x3. We've got somewhere a 1x2 brick, which I can't find yet. There's a modified piece. There's a 1x4 piece. This is a new piece as well, which we don't need yet. But we've got like a bracket piece, which I've not seen before. It's quite nice. And where is the 1x2 piece? Is that it? Yep. So I think we've got everything. Let's go back to it. So start off with a 1x2 tile there. I'm going to stick a 1x2 brick on the outside, as well as a 1x4 plate. Then we have a modified 1x4 in next, 1x3 here, 1x8 there, and a 1x3 there. Fairly straightforward. Then just in front now, a few more details. We've got a slate brick here, 1x3 in green. We have a couple of 1x2 plates in tan, and a couple of 1x4 plates. So we'll start down here with our slate brick in green. Then we have a 1x4 plate 1x2. Then we have a 1x4. Bright green 1x3 goes across. Then a tan 1x2 goes in there. Then we get our 1x4 here. Stick a 1x2 in the middle. Some sloped pieces either side here. This is going to go above our doorway. Look a bit more curved. And we've got some green pieces. So we have a 1x1 with a stud on the side. We have a wedge piece this way. A 2x2. Another wedge piece, and what else am I missing? Downward facing bracket piece. So start with the wedge that goes on here and the downward bracket, and we've got our 1x1 with a stud there, 2x2, and then another wedge piece on top there. Then for our doorway, we can add a nice sort of porchway. Get a 2x6 in green, flip it over, stick a couple of 2x2 plates each side. And then we've got those sort of like hubcap type, not even hubcap is it? It's like a mudguard type piece. I'm not sure what the official name is for this, but we're going to stick them back to back here. Give us this curved look. Then in the middle here we're going to stick a 1x2 in black in the middle. Make sure they stay together. Then do a little lamp here for the doorway. So we have a trans clear 1x1 round. Going to stick a black 1x1 round into that. Then we can turn this over. You can see that makes a little porchway here, and we can stick that across the front door. Ooh, he says as he breaks it. Oof. Mamma mia. This is a little I think that's about right. So we've got that porchway now across there like that. See if that falls off in a bit. I don't think so, but hopefully that's in properly. Next up we get a 1x4 plate. We have a 1x2 in green, regular tan 1x1 brick and a corner brick, and a couple more green bricks with studs on the side. They're going to go, see if this pops off now, on either side of our porch. 1x1 goes in the back here, and then our corner one builds into there. 1x2 there, and then a 1x4 down this way. Then we've got a few more sort of sloped bricks here to make it feel a bit more like it's in the hill. We need a quarter tile too, and another 1x1 tan brick. I think that's us good. So we'll start this end by sticking this corner piece in, and we've got this slope piece there. We're going to stick our little quarter tile and our 1x1 brick there, and we've got 1x2 slope, another tan at the back, and then our other slope piece there. So in terms of the blending into the hill, you can see it sort of happening there. Get two of these 1x1 1/3 with studs on the side. I'm going to stick a 1x4 in green across the front, and then we've got dark green leaf going on the bottom stud. Going to slot hinges on the end here. Again, add a bit more foliage to the side. Then we'll tile the top, or plate the top, the So for this we're going to need a 1x4, a long wedge piece here, 2x10 I think, without counting it, some more wedges. We need 4 quarter tiles in green. One more, here it is. And what else have we got? Could be it actually. Let's see how we go. So start with our quarter tile here. Run a wedge piece on next. Then our large plate goes across. 1x4 goes in here. 1x4 tiles. Another plate here. Quarter tile there. And then this wedge piece is going to run down this side. Then we've got more quarter tiles in greens, 2 of them this time. If I can find the last one, where is it? Right in there. Then we've got another 1x4. We've got a couple of 1x3 sloped bricks and a 1x1 as well in bright green. So we'll start with the slopes this side. Stick a 1x1 here and then another slope this side. Then 4 studs in. We're going to stick these quarter tiles and a 1x4 plate in the middle. So we're looking like this so far on the outside. Then we're going to come inside, so over here where we've got these 2x4s, we're going to stick a treasure chest. So stick the, well, first off it's asking me to stick the 1x1 rounds into the base. Like this. Then we can stick our lid on. Lid on. There's the lid. And then inside there we can put a spoon and a fork. There's the fork. There it is. Got a bit of spoon and fork. And then we've got the 2x2 white tile, apparently. Let's see, there it is. And then we're going to stick the mithril, that was what it was called. This was the vest, which again we saw also in the Rivendell set. It goes on, sticker goes on that tile there to give us the mithril vest. I guess that's going in the treasure chest too. Fork and spoon, and then we have a gold bar as well, why not? Everyone needs some gold, don't they? Ooh. It goes in next, that flower back, and then that goes in there on this side. So inside here you can see the chest just by that shelf that we created earlier by the window. Then we're going to do a candle. So we have the candle holder here and a hopefully pearl gold 1x1 round, which I can't see. Are you staring me in the face? Definitely can't see that. See if it's still in the bag. Maybe I missed it. There's a piece I missed in there. Nope. Oh, it is right in front of me. There it is. Why can't you see things sometimes? So we're going to stick that together, and then we're going to stick the these white pieces here, which are actually like pens actually, but I think they're in this instance going to be candles. Like this. It's quite a nice candle actually, candle holder. That's going to go over that side there. Then we're going to do a big cupboard. It's going to sit on the other side, and for the cupboard, get a 2x6, and a 1x6, of course 1 row of studs. We've got some car doors here. Here's the other one. It's in the other part here. They're going to run at the front, give us a lower cupboard. Then we've got the modified 2x2, 2 studs on. Got 3 of these to go across to cover the top of our cupboard. Then we build 2 of these next things, so we're going to get these 2 windows, which should have some inserts hiding somewhere. There's one. There's 2. They're going to go in the middle, connected by 1 stud like this. Then we get a 1x4 with studs on the side. I'm going to stick in this black tail horn type piece here. It's a horn, I think, facing upwards. Oh, and then we're going to do all 4 of these, so it looks like hooks to me. Maybe for coats. Whoa. Overstretched that one, so there we go. We've got quite straight, a little fiddly. We've got these 4 like hooks. Goes on top of our inserts and our window frames like this. Then we get some 1x1 1/3. Do 2 lots of these. Gonna stick a 1x1 plate at the top and at the bottom. In on each of these. And then we also have an inverted curved piece that goes in the middle there. Give us this curved look. Done both of those. Yep. And they're going to go either side. Like this. We've got something like this. Again, we've got more inverted curved pieces. They're going to go on top. Finish this off. Nice, quite a nice piece of furniture here, and that's going to go across this side. All our dark reddish studs that we put in place. So I'll just knock the candle across the room, so you can see the treasure chest falling out. That's kind of what we've got going on inside now. Then we need a barrel. In the barrel we're going to stick a sword, why not? Ooh, everyone keeps a sword in a barrel, don't they? And then we're going to have an umbrella, of course. It's going to go just on the 4 studs left after that. Ooh, dresser. Pull everything out. Then we're coming back round on the outside. I'm going to get 2 dark green leaves. These together. Go just in the corner of our window over here. Show it to you in a second. Then we've got bright green flower. Going to stick a white flower into the bright green leaf. It's going to go at the top here. Then we've got some more dark green leaves, and we got these green pieces here, which always remind me of like Wolverine's claws. They're going to go into the one by ones that we've stuck in the doorway, like vines I guess, or long grass that's hanging down. Something like this at the front now. Got plenty more flowers to go, I think. Then we're going to build 4 of these next things. So we've got these green plant pieces, 4 of these. Into those we're going to stick some bright green leaves in the middle. Bright green flowers, I guess. Yeah, done 4 of those. Next. Yeah, those are it. They're going to sit down the front here. I suppose these are like little cabbages or lettuce or something growing in a vegetable plot maybe. They go down the front. Then we get another couple 1x2 with the rounded ends. And they go in over this side. And then again 4 of these, whatever these are, we're going to build, got these, whatever these are, boomerangs. We're going to connect them together with a 1x1 round. These are going in pairs like this. So I've done 4 of those. What are these going? These are going to be like fences. What are these going to be? So I've got one going on here, one here, one here, and one this way. I guess these are going to be fences. I guess we're going to do another set now. Then we're going to do 5. One more bag. I don't think we're going to quite get to 7 bags today. So we've got these 5, and then we're going to stick another one on top. We'll do one more bag after this one. Then we'll call it a day for this week. So we've got 5 of these now. Let's take this off. And these are going to go in. One goes in here. One here. One here. One here. And one here. And I think we then rotate these round, and this gives us our fence. Yeah, well, it's like a wall. How cool is that? It's like a wicker fence, was it? I can't remember now. It's very cool though. Look at that. Next up, let's plant some pumpkins. Good old orange pumpkins here. We're going to stick a dark green leaf on top. Yep, done both of those. I guess they're going next to the cabbages, are they? No, can't quite see where they're. Go there. And here, I think. Ooh, a bit fiddly. So they go in there. And then we've got a nice gate to go into this gap here to fill in, which is where that unusual piece, which I've not used before, comes in. So we've got this bracket piece. Going to stick a 1x2 with a handle on. A couple of paddles go either side, facing upwards. Here and here. Then we'll get this 1x1 curved piece with a stud. Stick these two together. That goes over onto our paddle pieces. Not sure if that's going to be that's supposed to be like a mailbox. I'm not sure about that. It's just a fence post. Then we can stick our flag in here, which is our gate. And then we've got a sticker which says no admittance except on party business. We'll stick that on the gate, and then we can stick our gate in here. There's our front there. Probably could do with moving one stud over, but that's what the instructions say. So that's the front area done. Now we've got to do some flowers. So a couple of 1x1 rounds. Stick a green plant stem in. That goes inside a plant pot here. I'm going to stick some red flowers on here. And then some dark red on the other stems. Get some of these maybe dying off. It's a colour variation. So that's going to sit here, I think. Might be a bit close. Just add that by the front doorway. I think that's about right. Give or take. Then we'll do a little bench. It's going to sit on these 1x1 plates here. So for the bench, we get a 1x2 with a clip. Get a modified 1x4 here. Clip on the other side. 1x4 tile at the back. Flip this over. Stick some 1x1 rounds in the base. Give us some good bench and legs to sit on. Then we'll stick these handle pieces in. Another modified 1x4, and over, and we've got a little bench or chair there for the hobbits to sit on. And let's see how that goes. That one goes just like that, sitting in there at the front. Got some more flowers now, so we're going for sort of lavender flowers now on these 3 stemmed flowers. Do that like that. Can we do another one? I think we're going to do 3 of these. I'm supposed to use different shades of purple, but we're going with it. There's sort of lavender here and purple, but goes on here. Did that one a little bit. I think these are all stacked up together there to make a little bush. We'll do that anyway. Then we'll get another leaf with a white flower to go in. It's going to go down the front here. Two of these, so we get a dark candle. We stick a 1x3 into that 3-length rod. And we'll stick a leaf down that rod. Then we have these little clips, which are new for me, with a stud on. We have these nice, this like sunflower, I guess is what it is. That's cool. Like the sunflowers. Yep, done both the sunflowers. Where are they going to go? He's going down this end here. Look at this, getting nice and colourful. Got sunflowers at the front, nice fence. And that's it for that bag. Let's see if we can squeeze our final bag in for the day. So we'll get to bag 6 today. I wanted to get to 7 really, but 6 will do. Let's see what we've got to do with this one. This is actually going to be another bit we connect to this bit. So we start with this 8x6. Going to stick a 1x3 brick in the top. It's going to be a nice grand tree that we're going to stick to the side. Then we get a 1x2 with a stud here, and then we have hopefully a trunk piece here. It's going to slot into there. It goes in here. 1x8. Then we've got a 2x6. Another 6x8. Then we're going to add a load of reddish brown bricks around the edge here. Connect all these together. 1x4 here, more 1x2 here, and should be a 1x4 there. So that's our sort of base area. Cover this up with these large green plates. Got 2 of these, and then we're going to stick a 2x4 on the end. Then we get a masonry brick and a 1x2 plate in medium nugget. Snap these together. And then we get another masonry brick. And we're going to stick these tan coloured jumper tiles on top. chimney here. So this probably is the top built by Bacon's house, right? This is the chimney that's sticking out the top of his hole. Then I'm going to build up a bit of green brick area here. Another one side over. 1x2 at the back, and we need another 1x3 over this side as well. And around that we can start to put these sloped areas. Again, just to add to that mound effect with Teletubby vibes again. Then we can start building the tree. So start with an inverted sloped piece. Then we've got a corner brick. Let's stick a 1x2 at the back. And a 1x1 plate on top. Go in next. Then you've got these quarter sort of sloped dome pieces. One there. One over this side. One by 4. And then have a curved piece there. Small inverted curved piece on top of that, and then a larger one next to that. Then we get another large one here, and then we'll get a curved cutaway piece. She's probably, let's have a look. Yeah, it is. That one goes on there. Then we get a 2x2 plate here to connect all that together, and then just in front here, drop this somewhere. Need another one of those curved pieces here, followed by a jumper tile in green. Curved piece here, and another one this side like that. This is how our tree is looking at the moment. Then we've got some Technic bricks. So we get this 2x3 here, stick a 1x1 in the middle at the back. Stick these brown 1x2 Technic bricks, and also a black brick there. So we've got the cross holes around there. Then on top we'll stick a 1x3 jumper tile. Like this. And then into that we'll stick these red axle pieces all the way around our Technic holes that we've created. So we've got 3 pointing out. Then we're going to stack 3 2x2 round plates, or 2 actually, and then a tile with a hole in the top on top of that. Into that we're going to stick one of these pieces, which is a new piece for me. Stick an axle in the top there. We'll stick an axle in the bottom too. And then we've got one of these graduated joint pieces that can stick on top. We'll stick that in there like this. Start to create the tree trunk. That can then sit on top of our trunk that we've got going already. Then we get another one of these pieces here. Stick an axle in the end. Another graduated. Actually, that needs to go that way. It's going to sit on this side. Just give us a branch going that way. Then we'll get another piece. This time we'll get a 3-length yellow axle, so a longer one. And we'll slide down one of these side connectors here, followed by our graduated piece on the ends. We'll then stick a couple of tusks out from this connector piece. It's going to sit on the front branch there like that. And then one more. So start with the longer axle there. Graduated on the end. The tusk piece is pointing upwards this time. Then we get a plate here with a graduated connection. I'm going to stick a 1x1 round plate on top. Then we'll stick a leaf, dark green leaf, just in front of that. And a 1x2 with the rounded ends on top. And then we'll stick a couple of green leaves back to back here. And we can connect that into this branch. And that can face downwards here. So we have something like that. Then we'll do 3 of these next things, which I think are the leaves. So again, we've got the graduated plate, 3 of these, stick the 1x1 round on top. A large green leaf here. Stick our 1x2 with the rounded ends on top. And then our 2 leaves go back to back. I think that's 2, 3. And then we're going to attach one up the top here. One in the front there, and one this way, angled down a bit. So kind of something like this. I need to angle these down a little bit, just like that. Next up, 4 of these next ones. So we get 4 of our big leaves, and then we're going to stick just a leaf in the middle here. We can stick these on our tusks that point out. These extra branches here. Got a tree like this now. And then if we come back what we've been building all afternoon, we can now sit this into here, and you can remove that, so it's just on a modified studs, but then we've ended up with this nice top, and that's it for bag 6. So we're going to stop there, I think. Let's go to the wide camera, and we can take a view of what we've got so far in our build. So now we've finished the top, we've got the big tree there, we've got a nice pumpkin patch and sunflowers and a nice fence with some gates around there, nice stairway into our nice rounded door and windows. On the side here we've got a fireplace, which I guess we'll add to next week in terms of maybe another room. And then around the back we've added some detail in there. We've got a nice cabinet on the side with a barrel full of an umbrella and a sword. We've got a candlestick here, treasure chest full of the mithril jacket or vest. Got a rug in the middle, and of course our round door, which we can open up and close. So not bad. Seems we're 6 bags in now. Go to the main camera. Look from the front. So there you go. A bit brighter this way, so you can see all the vegetable patch. Of course the round door in there as well, where you can see fruit. And then as you go round past the big tree inside there, again you get a better look there because it's brighter. You can see all the details that we've constructed so far. So you can join me next week as always at 2 PM. I'll stick up the next stream on the channel after this one today, and we'll pick up from bag 7 of 15. So we'll see if we can get them all done next week. Maybe touch and go, we may need to go into a third stream, but we'll find out next week. And as always, hit that like button if you enjoyed this stream, and stick some comments in there as well about whether you enjoyed it. I'll put a poll up as well in the coming few days about what we stream next, so keep an eye out for that. Probably do one of the old ones that I've got hanging around, so stay tuned for the community tab for that. So whatever you do for the rest of your Sunday, enjoy yourself, and again see me next week for part 2 of the Shire build. Till then, stay safe and I'll see you next time.